Hello. Hello. Welcome to day 3 of Daily Dose of December Love. Boy, you can see a lot of my bed there. Yes, I'm in my bedroom. I'm in my bedroom. And so, why is my office in my bedroom? I mean, there's a lot of people that would think that's not a good idea, have your office in your bedroom. But we have this alcove, a sitting area in our bedroom that looks out on the water. And that's where I want my desk to be, looking out on the water. And it's quiet, it's private. So you're going to have to see my bedroom. All right, who is here? So good to be here. Please say hi. Give me just a little handshake here, a thumbs up, a heart, whatever. I receive, guess what? Love. I receive love when I see people on. Yeah. Now, they say don't care about how many people come, don't care about who comes, just, kind of be immune to it. But I have been coaching a long time and I don't know anyone that is immune to it. All right. I don't know anybody that's immune to it. Hey, Anna, good to see you, and Christina, the New York people. So you just saw the notification. Okay. I think that's good, right? Seems pretty close to start time. Yeah. And if you are watching the replay, would you guys please just put replay so that I can greet you after the fact? All right. It's an interesting thing because I am noticing through the algorithms and the analytics, which I do pay attention to, um, that the greatest number of people that are on are at the like midway point, right? The midway point. So I don't know what that all means. I don't know what that means as far as how I should be changing things up or not, but I'm assuming you guys can hear me, right? Can you hear me? Just making sure. And the reason I'm asking too is because I have these earbuds, new earbuds, and I'm not always sure if I'm doing it right the way they work. Hello, Mary. It's good to see you. It's been a long time. Look at this. We have the Hamlin crew. That's right. Okay. Okay, good. Thanks, Anna. All right, so just a little bit of review here. And I have a couple of I have a couple of oh gosh, hang on a second. I have a couple of texts I took pictures of because there are people that have got some remarks here that I think are really good to make note about. And I don't know if you were here the first day, but one of the things I said on the first day is that you can receive love. Hello, honey, darling. Oh, yeah, he sees Mary. Um, you can receive love by being more attuned to love. All right. Love is all around us, love is in us, it's who we are. We are love. God is love. God is in us. God is everywhere. So love is everywhere. It's all around us. But a lot of times we're too busy, or we have this attitude like it's not there for me, or there's something wrong with me. And so we do little things to resist love. And I'll talk more about that later. Maybe not today, but at some point. So one of the ways that we can start to retrain ourselves is by absorbing love wherever we go. Like I said before, I look out on the water and today it's not sunny, it's raining. So I'm looking on the raindrops on the water. I say, thank you. That's for me. You personalize it. You personalize it. Somebody, I think it was Trish, pointed out in a comment how often we personalize the negative. You hear a negative word, you absorb it. You see something negative in the world, you absorb it. You personalize and internalize negatives, right? But how often we do not internalize or personalize the positive, the love that is already there and available to us, right? So, does this resonate with anybody? Are you guys getting this, right? So, Kim had put out there in a comment, she said, I will say that this way of moving through the earth Looking to receive all God's love and favor is amazing. We saw the sunset, and I said, thank you, God, for this sunset. It's just for her. Now, of course, it's for other people, but she can absorb it and say, this is for me. This sunset is for me, as my kids and I wrapped up our day. All right, so I'd love to know if you guys have got, have you been doing this? Are you going to do this? If you have been doing this, it's just a very simple, childlike way to approach the world. And I will tell you, the more you can receive, and absorb this and internalize love that's out there for you personally, the more you can do that, the stronger your ability is to reign in this world, according to Romans 5:17. Okay? Reign in this world as a king or a queen. And why is that even important? Why is it important to reign in this world? Because so often we feel under it all. We feel like scrub women rather than queens. We feel powerless to change things. So to be able to get in touch with reigning, REIGN, to reign in this world as kings and queens begins with your ability to receive. Your ability to receive. So Kim goes out and she's receiving. That day, she is receiving. And what she's doing is increasing her capacity to receive love, to feel loved. And to feel loved is to feel taken care of. It's to feel like you matter. Yeah, you're recognized as somebody important because you are. Because you are. Okay? So, all right, Christina, good. I got away from it. I'm going to. It takes practice, it takes training, it takes some, discipline in some ways. But what a great discipline to become aware, to become more and more aware of how loved you are. A lot of reasons why there's not a lot of love in the world is because most people do not feel a lot of love. They don't feel loved. Love is there, they are loved, but they don't feel loved. They don't know how to receive it. Okay, so that's what we're going to be focusing on over the next few days, maybe, I don't know how long, but the idea of receiving is so, so important. It's critical. So, another reason, so I want to talk a little bit today. I want to go back to that verse, all right, from yesterday. And it's he or she who receives an abundance of grace and favor and the free gift of righteousness will reign in this life as kings and queens through the power of Christ who is love. Now, I focused a little bit yesterday on the free gift of righteousness, and that word can sound so religious. I almost don't like it, but it is so rich with meaning. But if you substitute the free gift of approval, the free gift of you're not guilty, you're not guilty, all right? And when I say not guilty, I'm saying not guilty, okay? We walk around with hovering guilt because we're always dropping the ball in our minds on something. We're always letting somebody down. We're always not doing enough despite the fact that we're doing so much. Okay, so we need to receive this feeling and this truth that we are approved for just being. If you didn't lift a finger, you are still in God's favor. Did you hear me? If you didn't lift a finger, you are still in God's favor. If you didn't lift a finger, God is still going to take care of you. His love is that big. He's still going to take care of you. Okay? So sometimes we get afraid that if we are not on, if we're not taking care of everybody's needs, if we're not doing it all, and that's a big problem, if we're not doing it all, right? Then somehow or another, the sky's going to fall. The sky's going to fall. We're going to be in trouble, or somebody's going to be in trouble. Our kids are going to be in trouble. But what if you can't? What if you can't? Oh, well, then in that case, God's mercy will be okay. God's mercy will shine upon you. God's mercy will work for you. His love will work for you if you can't. So, you know what happens? A lot of times we get sick. We get sick because at least if we are sick, then we can't do what we need to do or we think we need to do. All right. And we have this excuse to not do. You don't need an excuse to not do. Hmm. Tell me what you think when I say that. You don't need an excuse to not do. You don't need an excuse to let down. You don't need an excuse to relax and rest and not attend to this or not attend to that. You know? How about if we said sometimes, Lord, I thank you for your love. I thank you that you take great care of me. I thank you that it isn't all up to me. I thank you that you love me enough that you're going to take care of that thing that I think I have to take care of. Hey, Kim, good to see you. I was just talking about you. Yes, and about your sunset and about your comment about how amazing it is to go through the earth, receiving and absorbing the love of every little thing that's out there. That's right. That's right, Anna. It's good to just be. Now, here, we hear these things. We hear this out there. All right. We hear those words out there. But the truth of the matter is, they sometimes just become blah, 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 just platitudes. All right. Unless we internalize something and receive it for ourselves, it doesn't have any real meaning to us. All right. So, what is it that you need to do in order to become a ruler and a reigner, an empowered being to operate as an empowered being on this earth? And that's receiving. Receiving. There's another verse too that you might want to take down, and it is from John 16:24. And it says, ask and you will receive. Ask and you will receive. And guess what? Your joy will be complete. Your joy will be complete. So, once again, joy is connected to receiving. Receiving is connected to joy. We need to give ourselves permission to be receivers, not takers, though receiving means to take hold of. So, you can be that kind of a taker. Part of what I'm saying here is this is yours for the taking. This is yours for the taking. Love and all the promises of God are yours for the taking. That's right. The sunset was so shocking and overwhelming because of your December love. Actually, it was shocking and overwhelming because you took notice, Kim. You took notice. And I love that, when if you guys take a hold of what we're saying here and make it your own, you're going to have some marvelous experiences. You're going to have some amazing, shocking encounters with love. So do it. Do it. If you're going to do anything, do that. Right? I also think that when you become a receiver and your heart gets full of love, your heart opens to love and it gets full of love, then you're able to make better decisions. You're able to see what's a priority in your life and what isn't a priority in your life. You're not trying to do everything and out of fear of disappointing people or a fear of disapproval or fear that the sky is going to fall or some natural disaster or a catastrophe is going to befall you. Okay? Having a heart full of love actually protects you from those things and gives you eyes to see, gives you clarity. It helps you to prioritize. And during this season right now, you want that. You want that. And I dare say that as you go into the next year with an increased awareness of love, you're going to make better decisions. You're going to be more effective. You're going to attract more abundance to you. There are so many benefits. So many benefits. Now, looking at the time here. Okay, 5 more minutes. One of the things I have to point out, though, is that we need faith to receive. We need faith to ask. There are people that have asked and they didn't get their answer or they didn't get their desire fulfilled. And so they have developed a pattern that asking in their mind is futile. There's no point because I don't get what I want anyway. All right. If you have a mindset like that, then that's what is going to be your reality. All right. So we need to change that. No matter what's happened in the past, you can change your perceptions, you can change your perspective and your beliefs and say, you know what? I do get what I desire. God is always looking out for me. I have his favor and I get what I desire. He loves to bless me. He desires to bless me. He blesses me and I want my eyes open to see it, right? When you have faith to ask, then you have faith to receive, right? Now, here's an interesting thing. Faith works by love, which means that faith is activated by love. So the more that you are able to receive love, the greater your ability to believe for what it is you desire in life. Okay? You're not going to feel left out. You're not going to feel like ignored or scorned. This is all, and I just want to keep on harping on this because it takes a lot for us to get this inside our spirits. One of the comments that were made was, I think it was Sarah, and she was pointing out how, what did she say? Oh, she was pointing out that, and I don't think she believes this anymore, but I think she had this, that receiving means I don't receive charity. I don't receive charity. All right. There's a certain amount of pride that we have when we don't receive. I don't want to be a charity case. I don't want people to think that I'm weak. I don't want people to think this. It's the fear of judgment, disapproval, and rejection. So we don't like to set ourselves up. If we put ourselves in a position to receive, it's almost like we've put our desires, our life in the hands of somebody else. And that's scary. Who wants to be dependent on anyone, right? So, hey, Neil, good to see you. Pop in, pop out, get your dose of love, Neil. You're loved, you're loved, you're loved. Um, so, yeah, so check yourself on this. All right. Are you afraid of receiving? And if you are, say why. I'm afraid to receive because, and journal about it. Fill in the blank. Because what we want, love is all around us, love is in us. But sometimes there is this layer of fear that's like a fog, and it just covers it all up, and it causes us to not see the love that is available to us, not see the abundance that is available to us. Okay? All right. Okay, guys, that's about it for today. Anybody have any comments? Is anything starting to stir up inside of you? Anything that is stimulated here? I'm going to just take a few minutes to uh, answer any questions or read any comments. Send me love, guys. Send me love. Okay. Anna says, good dose here. So love is good, a good feedback loop. Yes, that's a really good way to put that, Anna. It's a good feedback loop. Mm-hmm. Kim says it makes me willing to let go of fear and step out and take risks. It does. All right. I'm not, I want to free you guys of having to, show love to people. This isn't about that right now. It's actually about you receiving. You receiving. My hubby says, stop and smell the roses is actually a good saying. It is, yes. You're welcome, Christina. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And in fact, it's so cute when we take our little grandson out on walks. One of the things that we do, especially my husband, is he'll stop at bushes that have little blossoms on them. Thankfully, here in Arizona, we still have blossoms. And he just parks the stroller next to the bush, and our little grandson just stops and he kind of just gently touches the flower. He looks at it. He sees a lot of the little different things about it, the intricacies. He's taken all that in, you know? And you know, if we're in a hurry, we don't he won't get the chance to look at those kinds of things, right? All of us need to slow down a little bit, don't we? And I'm not just saying that because I'm 70 years old, right? And that's what people do when they're older. No, it's from all these years of living life and being a doer, a racehorse, and missing a lot. And I'm not saying I regret anything I've ever done in the past because then I'm not loving myself and my circumstances again. Remember that. When you regret, you're falling out of love. You're falling out of love. All right. So get back into love. Stay in the space of love. Everything that went before in the past is done, but it's all helped in some way if you see it that way for where you are today. So, where I am today is learning the skill. All right. The last 5, 6 years, I've been practicing this skill of getting back to love. And I'm telling you what, my business exploded. I am more financially free and abundant from doing it than I ever was before. So it doesn't just work as a feel good, it also works as far as attracting and working and operating in greater abundance as well. So let's see, a good skill shift, says Anna. Good. Christina, so eye opening giving versus receiving. Yeah. Um, Anna says, it helps if I have my glasses on. Thanks. I had an opportunity to learn biofeedback as a tech. I was a learned biofeedback tech as a child, and I was pretty good at it. Awesome. Yeah, that's a lot of what this is. Rather than regretting, just purpose to not do it again. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, learn from the past, right? Not to say that you're not going to continue to make some mistakes. We're all still growing. Neil says, I slept in late. I just woke up from a dream, or I walked by a flowering shrub and smelled the blooms. That is so funny. I said to a passing man, don't these flowers smell good? Oh my gosh. Same page here. My husband just says, stop and smell the flowers. And Neil has a dream where he stops and smells the flowers. Wow. That's so interesting. Well, there's so much synergy that's going on here, and I appreciate you all. I don't want to keep you. It's a Saturday. I don't know what everybody's doing today, but thank you for taking time out. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for showing up here and showing a little love to this group. All of you are sending waves of love to each other, and that's increasing all of our love quotient. So thank you very much. Grace, giving grace to yourself to receive love. That's good, Anna. That's right. Thanks for showing up, Mary. Been a long time, hasn't it? All right, guys. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao. Let's see. How do I get out of here? Let me see here. There we go.